Hi, this is Michaela and this is my fluid art. I'm going to be showing one of my acrylic pours where I blow the acrylic paint with the blow dryer today here in a tutorial style. So these are clips from my Instagram, which is where I usually show my art. And so I just thought I would try this again here on YouTube. So I'm about to lay down the base layer here, which is acrylic paint diluted about 50% with water. This is a mix of several brands, but it's primarily Amsterdam brand paint that usually ends up in my base. And then I'm going to use my blow dryer to spread this paint in an even layer on the canvas. So this video is much more in real time, which obviously on Instagram it never is. And unfortunately it's in the Instagram format because I don't have two cameras, so that's why it's a little sideways. But hopefully, if you follow me on Instagram and you want to see more real-time videos, this will still be helpful for you. And I really want to do more on YouTube, and I am working on a course where I will tell in great detail what I've learned and how to start as a total beginner with this technique. Basically everything you need to know and troubleshooting so that you don't go through the sort of really frustrating process that I went through where you can end up wasting a lot of paint, which I, by the way, do not waste paint at all anymore. When something doesn't work out, I just scrape the paint and I reuse it as a base. So now I'm going to start with my first color, which is basically violet. And I'm not sure if this is the Winsor Newton violet or the Amsterdam permanent violet, but it doesn't make a whole lot of difference here. Both the brands are great, diluted with water. I'm trying to decide how I want this composition to go, because the first time I did this with this color combination, you can probably see the table already looks kind of messy because I had already scraped the paint because it didn't work when I did it as a puddle pour. So I'm doing it as a line pour, and this is a burgundy color. I think this is a Winsor Newton color. This is some carmine red, and then this, I add more of the burgundy. I think I was worried that carmine would just take over and you wouldn't see any burgundy anymore. And then this is actually a Liquitex paint, which is like a much brighter orangey red. And I generally don't use Liquitex at all, but this is Azo Yellow Medium. But sometimes if you add just a little bit of Liquitex with the other brands, it will create kind of cool effects. So mixing brands creates effects, and oftentimes it creates cells. And then I added just a little bit of titanium white just to brighten it up a bit. And now I'm going to put my base paint around this color puddle so that when I blow it out, it allows the paint to flow where I want it to. And as I'm not really sure how I'm gonna blow this out, I just cover the whole canvas with it. It's a small canvas. I think it's like a 8x8 or 10x10. And then I'm going to use my small blow dryer here, which is very low power. It only has, it's like a travel blow dryer, and it only has about 1,000 watts power, so you have a lot of control with it. And I'm going to, first I'm torching. It's a culinary torch, and I'm just popping the air bubbles around. So sometimes I don't do that because I want air bubbles to create effects, and sometimes I do. And then I'm just very gently trying to mix the colors a little bit, basically by blowing this paint towards the center. And then here I am going to blow it out. So I tweak the composition a little by mouth. I do that on almost every pour. It's just really hard for me to show on video because my head's in the way. And now I'm going to use my torch again to see if I can get any little like lacing or bubble-like effects. And it just, sometimes I get more, sometimes it's less. I didn't get much on this pour. But yeah, it's pretty much finished. I'm going to show a close-up and then the dried result. So the different reds here created this really beautiful translucent-like effect over the gray with the violet. I just slowed it down here so you can see the little lacing bubbles that were created with the torch, and just overall it's really beautiful effect on this one. And showing this one more time in very slow motion because these clips were meant for short form, unfortunately. So but I will show the dried result next. Here is the dried result. I'm showing it in the sunlight. You can see there's a super smooth finish. It dried just like it was wet. It's actually not varnished yet. I don't varnish my pours unless I sell them, or sometimes it will deepen the colors a little bit, but they don't always need varnish. And here it is up on the wall. So hope you liked this video. Please let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.